You've clicked on this video because you struggle to navigate the entire fretboard. You might just be stuck in that one pentatonic box and you're like, dude, let's break out of this pentatonic box, man. Let's start to open up the fretboard so you can solo in any key and really start to get that independence you want. Unfortunately, I am going to have to burst your bubble a little bit because it's not just one scale. It's one key, and then you start to move it around different scales. But the basic idea is that you have 7 shapes that unlock the fretboard, and they are called the 3-note per string shapes. We're going to be learning this in E because it just makes a little bit more sense for us guitarists. It means that low string is our, means that is our root note. So if we just go for the 7 positions, I'll explain their importance and the ones that you should learn. This is position 1. The amazing thing about this one is you can build riffs, you can build solos, you can build everything from just this one position. A lot of music is just built from that one position. You can also take that up the octave, so you're going to 12. So for me, I'm a big fan of making sure when we're doing those big stretches, I'm not using that 3rd finger. This 3rd finger is an absolute killer. If you find yourself ever playing stretches like this, you're doing yourself a disservice. The reason is because these 2 fingers are connected. So if you can bass from this one, you have a lot more stretchability. If you bass from this one, you reduce stretchability. And it's not that you're going to need a big stretch. It's just that if you add tension to your playing, you're going to slow yourself down 100% of the time. So let's get an example of a riff being played from here, right? That's the start of the Metal by Tenacious D, if you've ever heard that, but you can see it's using all the exact same notes. You can see if we do it an octave up. So you can already see that this first scale is crazy important. I'm going to go over 2, but the ones we are absolutely going to stick with here are 1, 3, 5, and 7. They're the most important. I'll quickly go over the 3 in the middle, so 2, 4, and 6. I don't think they're as important. So here's position 2. Again, I don't think that's super important until you've got the other ones down, but it's good to know it. And if you just want to get all 7 down, that's fair enough too. Here's position 3, and the important thing to notice about position 3 is actually just the major scale. Similarly to position 1 is simply just the minor scale, position 3 is just the major scale. So let's take a look at that. So if you can get that, you know the minor and major scale and the 3-note per string variation, which means that way you can move them anywhere. So say you're in C major. You're like, oh, I want to shred, but I don't know what to do. Take that position 3 in the minor context and play the major scale. You do the exact same with this one, but also if you are still in E minor, which most rock and metal and standard tuning is, you can bring that up like we did with the 12 and bring that up 12 frets. So now we're moving on to position 4. Again, I don't super recommend learning this one, but I do think it'll be helpful in the end. This one's good because it's got a lot of repetition in the big stretch there for 3 strings and the same shape there for 2. Again, though, you're going to struggle to fit this in melodically. I would stick to your 1, 3, 5, and 7. Now let's have a look at number 5. This one's great because if we take away that low E, then we're actually left with just a position 1 minor, but starting from the E. If you've seen my other video where I talk about the 5 scales that guitarists need to learn rock and metal and unlock the fretboard, you would maybe recognize this. So yeah, it's the exact same idea. We're just doing it in a way where it fits the 3-note per string. You can see these scales are already encompassed in it. So yeah, if you want to come up with a riff and you want it to be a bit more, not techy, but technical, I suppose, and not just chugs, like, then you can go. Something like that, you know, just making it up on the spot. But yeah, you can see already the versatility you have with just that position is brilliant. Then on to position 6. You already know how I feel about this. I'm not huge on you guys learning it if you don't already know the other ones, but for you guys that do know this stuff to some extent, then it might be useful. So here's position 6. So that's a cool little Lydian shape. So maybe if you want to invoke that over a C, that might be cool. Just to give you a bit of separation in there. But really, again, we're just going to move on to 7 because 1, 3, 5, and 7 are the ones that you guys need to know. So here's position 7. So this one has all the symmetry of position 4, but again, far more versatile because you're able to use it right next to position 7. Now let me show you how 1, 3, 5, and 7 put together unlock the entire fretboard. So position 1. Position 3. Position 5, sorry. Position 7. Position 1 an octave up. Position 3 an octave up. Position 5 an octave up. So we literally played from here to here, and we could play all the frets in E minor all the way up. So this is a complete fretboard unlocker. Get used to position 1, 3, 5, and 7. And if you found this lesson helpful, please leave a comment or like or subscribe, something like that. And if you find things like this useful, I do have a free guitar school called Shredder's University Lite, which you can find in the description. Amazing. Thanks for the support, guys. See you in the next one.